In this video, I want to showcase a new feature of TX Virtual Guide we're working on called audio prompts. Here's a regular TX Virtual Guide workflow called National Broadband Service, designed as an outbound to collect information about users' broadband internet service. Let's just play it. So as you can see, it looks like a very generic, regular TX Virtual Guide workflow, but it has a play button here. So this is an alternate, like the agent can either speak this prompt or they can just play it.
Hello, this is Karan calling from the National Broadband Service. How are you today?
So this may not be handy for a short message like this, but let's continue this workflow. This is another small message. But here we see a really long message, and this is something the agent has to speak again and again and again throughout their day. And when they do that, they get really tired, and the agents towards the end of their shift really lose their performance, and it's just terrible for business. So what this lets you do is, instead of the agents speaking this message every time, they can just play it.
Here at the National Broadband Service, we pride ourselves on ensuring...
And let's say the customer interrupts in the middle and says, hey, before we continue, can we do this? So, and then the agent can decide to either play this message from the beginning.
Here at the National Broadband Service, we pride ourselves on...
Or they can just resume.
Ensuring that our consumers are receiving the best broadband services available to you.
As you can see, it's pretty, it's designed so that the agent productivity is, maximized. They don't have to speak these things again and again. So let's see how, this thing works for an administrator or a team lead who's designing these workflows. So let's go in here. You can see this workflow is pretty simple, only has a sequential order, and there's only like 5 steps. And each of the steps, which has an audio prompt associated with it, has this green speaker icon. So if I go in here and hit the edit button, I'm able to see that there's a prompt audio configured, and I can preview it.
Here at the National Broadband Service, customers around their broadband price that are consuming speaking for this service, ensuring the area.
Right, and then let's say we want to add a new step. So I can just create a new step. For this, I'm gonna use do you have TV with them? And this is a multiple choice question, and I'm gonna add choices yes and no. Right, and then I can just connect this to this and this to this, just to make sure that the workflow is complete. I'll save this. So this doesn't have an audio prompt associated with it so let's go and add that thing. So here I'm going to hit browse, and I'm just browsing my browse window here. I do have an audio for this already, so I'll open it, and then I can...
Do you have TV with them? Do you have TV with them?
Right, and then I can save. And then all of a sudden this button lights up, and then let's see if this actually works. So now I'll play it again. Let's say we're going through our regular flow here. And then do you have TV with them prompt.
Do you have TV with them?
And then it works as expected. A newer way of capturing this audio is that something we're working on is also that, for example, you don't have these audio files available, but you do have access to a quiet room. The team lead can go in and record these prompts from within the app. For example, I want to record this prompt, so let's try that. I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to say begin recording. Do you have TV with them? As you can see, it captured my voice, but maybe not the most optimal because there's like a period of silence before. Do you have TV with them? And after, so we don't really want that. So what I can do is I can drag a region of the region of my interest. Do you have TV with them? And then I can, do you have TV with them? Particular segment of the audio. So this is something we're working on. This is going to land soon. I will be able to use this audio to, instead of using WAV files, I will be able to directly use this captured audio. And then, down the line, each agent can record their own custom audio, and we're working on those features. And then it wouldn't sound to your customers that it's a robotic, generic voice, but it'll sound very personalized, and that agent is actually speaking this. So yeah, this is a preview of an upcoming feature, and once it lands, I hope everybody enjoys it.